Here's what you missed on Phathead and Candy in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1. It's the bald and the beautiful. Everything from Nashville to Hollywood on My Country 96.1.
Let's start with Blake Shelton and Luke Bryan. Their feud on Twitter. Of course, they're good buddies. They just like to rip each other. Blake, I'm paraphrasing here, says online that listening to Luke Bryan music, studies have shown, will make you fall asleep at the wheel. And Luke Bryan responded by saying, the only reason anyone listened to Blake Shelton's last two songs he put out is because his girlfriend is on it. Making reference to Gwen Stefani being on his last two singles, and that's a mic drop right there. And there's a little truth to everything, right? Even in joking, there's a little truth. I'm not so sure Luke Bryan's wrong. And there we go. Reese Witherspoon is putting together a country search show, like an American Idol voice type thing, but on a lower scale. It's called My Kind of Country. It'll air on Apple TV. Sharon Stone says two family members of hers passed from COVID, and her sister is currently fighting the good fight, and we wish them well. We wish her well for sure. Emma Samms, the actress who was on General Hospital back in the day and Dynasty, says she contracted COVID back in March and is still showing symptoms, just won't go away. So that's how crazy this can be. Some people asymptomatic, and some people, after 5-6 months, still major issues. Ellen fired 3 top producers and had a video conference with the rest of her staff, trying to smooth things over. I don't know about you, but, I'm a firm believer of where there's smoke, there's fire, and it just doesn't feel right. It feels like it's gotten away from her a little bit, and I can see her stepping down at some point and not doing that show anymore or being forced out. Ryan Reynolds sold his gin company, Aviation Gin, for $610 million. He remains the face of it. He remains on as one of the owners. Obviously, if I bought his gin company, I would tell him to stick around and still be the face of the advertising. So that's probably a good move. Lori Loughlin, the prosecutors recommend a 2-month jail sentence and community service for the husband, 5 months and community service, and they are scheduled to be sentenced any day now. The house that the Golden Girls show used for the exterior shots on the show was on the market for about $3 million. It sold for about $4 million, so over $1 million over the asking price. Remember the name Luis Garcia? It is the answer to a trivia question. Luis Garcia was brought up by the Washington Nationals Baseball Club from the minors and became the first person born in the 2000s to hit a Major League Baseball home run. A lot of great father-son combinations in sports. I mean, you could just roll down the list. Earnhardt, right? Griffey. It goes on and on and on. The Manning, and you could name 1,000 father-son combinations. The Hull family in hockey, and I got to stop myself because I'd love to Google it and name like the top 50 father-son family combinations. But anyway, this could be the next one. Tiger Woods, his 11-year-old son won a junior golf tournament. So that's coming, folks. That is coming. Good for him. Jam Master Jay from Run DMC, his murder 18 years ago. Police finally indicted 2 men who they believe were on the short list of possible suspects for many years. They finally arrested them. Millie Bobby Brown is starring in a Netflix movie they're putting together called Enola Holmes, where she plays the sister of Sherlock Holmes, and I guess she gets involved in the crime solving, and they released a picture of what she looks like. John Ratzenberger, who played Cliff Clavin, the post office worker in Cheers, is now in a public service announcement for the post office. Well done. Kenan Thompson will fill in for Simon Cowell as he still recovers on America's Got Talent. Kelly Clarkson filled in, a week ago. Now Kenan Thompson. Dave Grohl, how cool is this? You have a jam online. Some random dude online was jamming with his buddies to Dire Straits' Money for Nothing, and Dave Grohl joined them. and played. And finally, I'm not a huge fan of certain remakes. There's certain movies you shouldn't touch. I mean, we've talked about this Jennifer Grey project where she's making a sequel to Dirty Dancing. You know, there's just certain remakes and sequels that shouldn't happen. One of the ones I hated was Point Break. I never, ever, and I haven't seen it, but the remake of Point Break, 25 years or whatever it was after the incredible Patrick Swayze, Keanu Reeves movie, just disaster. I refuse to watch it. Well, this one I can kind of get behind. Will Smith and Kevin Hart looking to remake Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. That would be a funny comedy. I'm into it. As long as Will Smith plays the part of Steve Martin and Kevin Hart plays the part of John Candy, that'll be fine. But all good. I'm into it. Democratic National Convention continues on television, and as previously mentioned, America's Got Talent tonight, Kenan Thompson filling in for the injured Simon Cowell. And there you have it, your Bald and the Beautiful, everything from Nashville to Hollywood on what looks to be a gorgeous Tuesday and shaping up as a really nice week. Going to get to about mid-80s, a little warmer today. Same low humidity. My Country 96.1.
Phathead and Candy in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.